What's up guys, DBW Gaming here, bringing you another video. This is going to be the first one actually that I have, which you guys, by the title, as you guys can guess, is a viewer's choice. And I'm doing this because I've had this idea for a while now, and I have plenty of freaking games to play through. So many on my backlog, in fact, that I found myself not ever finishing any of them. But anyway, that's why I'm kind of making this. Because I have games that I'm interested in, but never really have the full will to pick up and play immediately like that for myself. And I figured, okay, you know what? I have these games. I figured I'd give you guys the choice of which one should I choose first. Now, just letting you know right off the bat that just because one may win out of the other two, which you get 3 games to choose from, that doesn't mean that the other 2 that lost won't get their chances. No, there'll be another viewer's choice later down the road, and you'll be able to vote again with a new candidate replacing the one that did win. So there's that. So with that said, what group of games am I doing? Okay, as you guys can notice, or if you look through my playlist, there is not one Nintendo game that I've ever done. Now, I could have played a game that's on the Nintendo's GameCube or, you know, something like that, but not a Nintendo-made game like Mario, etc. So I figured, okay, I own a fucking GameCube, I own a fucking N64, why haven't I ever done one? I even have a Wii, which is not with me regrettably right now, but it will be as soon as my mom comes back from the States with my Wii and everything intact, and I can start doing that. But here's the thing. I grew up with the Sega Genesis, as I've explained in a very old video now. And I right after the Sega Genesis, I owned a PS1. What fed my gaming needs was Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, etc. Which those are all playthroughs that'll come in the future, I'm sure. With Crash Bandicoot being finished sometime. I don't know when. I gotta get back to that, but I gotta do New Game again and just bah! But anyway. Or use a password system, which I absolutely hate. Anyway. So I figured, okay, I've owned an N64 for years. For years. Sure, I didn't have it as long as a PS1, but for years. I used to play Rampage with my friends, everything. I fucking own Super Mario 64 and Zelda Ocarina of Time, which, regrettably, the reason why I leave it in the system, and I'll take it out for you guys, is because it's dying. The cartridge, I guess, is dying. There's always flickering, graphics are faded, everything, it's starting to die out, I'm sure. So I leave it in there for safekeeping if I ever want to get back into my N64. Why don't I do a playthrough of that is because Zelda is a bastard child to me. Not in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. I'm saying, for me, it's like, I try to play it, and every time I need to look something up to get past something that I'm too stupid to figure out on my own. I can't fucking beat a Zelda game. And it's like, god dang it, I'm always stuck when it comes to that. And I know you're wondering, why don't I just choose to, like, show you guys the game for you guys to choose from? Because this is my first viewer's choice, and I kind of want to explain the origin of why I've never played these games for you guys. Super Mario 64 is kind of in the same lengths, except, not that I get stuck, I just never found myself beating it. I don't know what it is about this game. I love it, but at the same time, I never felt the need to play it. Maybe it's because I'm not nostalgic over Nintendo licenses or anything. It's kind of like the feeling with Sega. I may have grown up with Sega Genesis, but I never got into Sonic. Okay, as you guys know, the first Sonic game I'm really playing is Sonic 06, which I do plan on beating. I am determined to beat that son of a bitch. Anyway, but that's the thing. I want to do this so I can get through these games and say, yes, I've played them. Now, I don't know if I'll say, yes, I love them, or, you know, I hate them. But I want to try to experience what everyone else is experiencing when it comes from Nintendo. So with that said, finally I'll get into what my viewers' choices are. Well, first, before I just showed you those, I also have Metroid Prime. The only Metroid Prime I've ever owned or really played, besides Fusion for the Game Boy Advance, which I think was also stolen from me, which, fucking A, that happens a lot. Anyway, Metroid Prime. Still never got into it. I remember this game when I first got it, I was young, and it scared the shit out of me. So I never got through it because of that. But out of those games that I showed you, they are not going to be what's on this viewer choice. The one I thought I'd do is the games that I did somewhat play as a kid, did beat one, and I figured these are probably the best ones for me to get into because I remember them fondly, and it's the best and easiest ones to get into right now when it comes to newcomers like myself. So for your 3 Viewers' Choice Awards, or Viewers' Choice to choose from, it would be Super Mario World for the SNES. I know this is a Game Boy Advance version. If I do it the way I want to, it's going to be the SNES version. And Zelda: A Link to the Past for the SNES as well. Now, the third one, I don't actually own. Sorry. But if I did, it'll be Metroid Zero Mission. Which is why I just showed you all this, you know, the Metroids and Zelda and all that. But, anyway. Yes, so those 3 games. Zelda: A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, and Metroid Zero Mission. Zero Mission is the only one that's going to be a Game Boy Advance game if I'm able to run it on my computer. My computer sucks, and until I get my new one, I won't be able to be sure that, yes, it won't lag. If it ends up lagging with the emulator and me recording with cam and all that, I'm going to probably use the Game Boy Advance versions on my Game Boy Advance and Game Boy in general, GameCube player, and record with my camera as I usually do. I'd rather not do that though because the colors and such are faded on the Game Boy Advance ports when it comes to the SNES versions, which are superior. So I'd rather do that and have a picture-perfect, you know, video without lag on my computer, which I'll try to do. Anyway, with that said, those are your choices. Metroid Zero Mission, Super Mario World, and Zelda: Link to the Past. So I'll try to get through these games. I will beat them. The one you choose, I will beat it. I'll tell you, I will beat it. I'll get through it, no problems. The Zelda game, the reason why I say I'm able to do that game is because with an emulator and my Bandicam, I can just pause recording and then look up if I need to, any info that I need to get past a certain part, and just boom, start recording again without having a 5-minute or 4-minute video every single time I get stuck. Because I don't like dragging on the videos, wasting time for the viewer and myself. I'd rather just get through it. So yeah, that's the kind of gamer I am. I've never been one to really try to, yes, I figured it out, but I was never that great at video games when it came to that. Anyway, those are your choices. Sorry this video came out so long. I just really wanted to explain my reasoning. The reason why a game like Star Fox isn't on here is because I own Star Fox Adventures for GameCube. Yeah. I never actually got into the Star Fox series because I never owned a Super Nintendo, and I never owned Star Fox 64. I played very little of the SNES version, so I have no opinion on that whatsoever and have no way to play it besides using an emulator, which I am sure it'll lag because of its 3D graphics and whatnot, and my computer fucking sucks. So, yeah. Anyway, the link is down below for the straw poll to go ahead and vote what game you want me to play, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. As you guys know, people are painting my room. Actually, I don't even know if you can tell, but now the wall's painted, the ceiling's blue, the sides are like rock wall you would see outside. My dad had a whole idea of making like a caveman house, and understand. But anyway, it looks nice. So I've been kind of having a hard time playing video games lately. But I wanted to do this video so that you guys have time to vote, time to figure out what game you want me to play, and then I can get to it and we'll see how I like and enjoy these games. Let's see if I am a fan at all of Nintendo. Let's really see that. Anyway, and the one game I did beat a long time ago that I mentioned was Super Mario World, which is why that one's one of the choices, because I am familiar with that game. I did beat that on the Super Nintendo that my friend owned. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Cannot wait to see which vote wins. Let's stop dragging this video any longer. Peace the fuck out. See you guys next time.